We are always taught to brace ourselves, to be strong, and to never allow ourselves to succumb to any pressure. But the harsh reality is that such rigidity can sometimes be the very trap that shatters your life at the moment you feel most confident. There is a hidden power in suppleness that very few truly understand until it is too late. The secret to navigating the greatest upheavals of life while remaining unscathed will be revealed right now, in a story that has existed for centuries but remains as relevant as ever in today's world. Along a peaceful riverbank, where the water flows slowly and the light breezes are only enough to ripple the surface of the pond, a towering oak tree stands dominant. Its trunk is massive, with thick, rough bark protecting a colossal volume of wood accumulated over hundreds of years. The oak's canopy spreads wide, deep green and full of pride, shading a vast area of land. At the foot of the oak, right by the water's edge, are small, fragile reeds. They have slender bodies and long, narrow leaves that always sway with the slightest movement of the air. The oak looks down at the reeds with an eye full of pity. To the oak, the reeds are merely weak creatures, unqualified to stand on the same level as itself. One morning, the oak speaks in a deep, echoing voice. "Poor reeds, I feel so sorry for you. A small bird landing is enough to make you bow your heads. A passing breeze makes you sway and struggle. Look at me. My head touches the blue clouds, my foliage challenges the scorching sun. I stand straight and firm. Nothing in this world can move me. You live such a lowly and submissive life." The reeds remain silent. They only bow their heads a little deeper as a breeze blows in from the river. They do not respond with anger, nor do they try to justify themselves. The oldest reed in the cluster speaks softly. "Thank you for your kindness, great oak. You are indeed very strong. But please do not worry too much about us. We bow, but we do not break. You may stand firm against the wind, but the true storm has not yet arrived." The oak laughs loudly, a sound that shakes the ground, a storm. "I have walked through hundreds of storm seasons. My roots penetrate deep into Mother Earth. My arms are strong enough to strike down anything in my way. You only know how to evade reality by bowing, while I will confront it head-on." Time passes, and the sky over the riverside suddenly turns a leaden grey. The brilliant sunlight vanishes, replaced by heavy leaden clouds rolling in from the horizon. The air becomes thick and terrifyingly still, the silence before the fury begins. Suddenly, a freezing wind shrieks from the north. Initially, it is just strong gusts blowing dry leaves around, but very quickly, it turns into a true hurricane. The wind blows so hard that the river waves rise, splashing water onto the bank. The oak roars. It braces with the total strength of its hundreds of years of age to resist the pressure of the wind. Its foliage crashes together, creating a sound like thunder. The oak does not move. It stands straight, its branches reaching out as if to tear the wind apart. Meanwhile, at its feet, the reeds flatten themselves against the ground. They bend with the wind, letting the hurricane sweep over their heads. They do not resist. They do not confront. They simply follow the brutal rhythm of nature. The storm grows more intense by the minute. The wind howls like the screams of demons. The wind is no longer just moving air. It becomes a massive wall of pressure, pushing hard against the oak's immense frame. The oak begins to hear cracks from deep within its wood. It is the cry for help of rigidity when forced to endure a power beyond its capacity. But the oak still does not bow. It believes that bowing is a humiliation, a betrayal of its great status. The more it braces itself, the heavier the pressure becomes. The oak's roots, which had been deep in the ground, begin to feel the instability as the earth around them is torn up by the horrific pull from the canopy above. The reeds persistently remain bowed. They are like soft ropes, letting the storm pass without leaving a scratch. When an extremely powerful gust hits, strong enough to blow away large rocks along the road, the oak reaches its final limit. A dry, loud sound like a gunshot rings out amidst the storm. The great oak's trunk shatters. Its resistance has turned into a weapon of self-destruction. With a world-shaking sound, the giant oak is uprooted, collapsing to the ground. Its glorious canopy now lying scattered in the mud. The storm gradually passes, returning silence to the riverbank. When the moon appears behind the scattered clouds, the reeds slowly stand upright. They are still intact, green and slender as if nothing had ever happened. They look at the ruins of the one who once boasted of eternal strength, and only silence envelops the space. The story of the oak and the reed is the seed of the art of peaceful living that we need to plant in our consciousness today. In a world always full of upheavals and pressures, wisdom does not lie in trying to be rigid to confront everything. The true art of living lies in flexibility and humility. When you are too rigid with your opinions, your ego, and your expectations, you will easily be broken by the storms of life. Humility is not weakness, but a supreme type of strength that helps you protect your inner core when the storms sweep through. I often reflect and find that learning to bow or take a step back is sometimes much harder than standing straight to face the challenge. Inner peace only seems to come when we know how to follow the flow of life instead of trying to block it with stubbornness. Keeping our soul as soft as the reeds allows us to stand up and reach high after any hurricane. Plant one more seed of wisdom for your soul every day by clicking subscribe so we can continue together. Thank you for listening.